Do the live. Hit the one that says go
Now
live.
we are live. Here we go.
So I told you that I'm going to do something a little bit different tonight. I don't know if Dan. I don't think he's watching. I don't think anybody's watching. Are you sure we're live? Oh, there he goes.
I
Okay.
am almost.
Yes. Okay. We are live. We are live. So I'm
I've
doing
been
something a
reading
little.
Camus, so I'm not certain of anything. No, I'm just kidding.
You're
Go.
double thinking yourself.
Yeah, go
Uh,
ahead.
so Dan has said, "Hey, what would you think about doing some headshots, some original art that I could give to some people that supported the Black Cricket?" And I
Ah,
said, "That's great, but I don't want to do headshots." I said, I'll do some full body stuff." And so that's what I'm going to do. Now, this is kind of a small sketchbook that I got.
uh-huh,
It's drawing paper. I don't know what I bought it for, but I wanted something that he could slip into the books.
uh-huh.
So this was the sketchbook I had that was the right
Oh,
size.
you guys are going to slip original art into the books, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna work on that tonight. So
That's very neat. That'd be a nice little bonus. I like those little
maybe we'll
packages
see.
that arrive when you support these crowd funds. It's like, hey, look at that. This is cool. Nobody else has got one of these.
Yeah.
You know.
Anyway, and I've been watching on YouTube a guy named Soto, something like that,
Hmm.
that he does figure drawing, and he does these little gesture drawings. And I've been watching. I was like, golly, that guy is so good at that. And so
I think I've probably seen the channel, maybe.
yeah, his icon is, I think, a girl wearing a space helmet, a drawing of a female astronaut kind of
Well,
thing.
I'm gonna look him up, make sure I have seen him. Soto,
I
huh?
I think that's what it is. Soto.
Soto.
Maybe it's Satto.
Satto.
Sato.
Sato.
Maybe.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll check both of them. We'll find it.
Yeah. If you can't find it, let me know, and
Okay. Send me a link.
I'll send you a link. Anyway, so I've kind of been in. He does these. I say he. I don't know if it's a he or a she. Maybe a she. Does these great little gestures, and it's like I've been kind of like inspired. Been filled a couple pages of my sketchbook today with stuff
Oh,
like that.
that's the way to do it. Yeah, that's the heart of this comic book stuff is having the gesture right.
And so that's kind of what I'm going to try and do on this Black Cricket stuff. Do
Good
some.
idea.
I'm treating it like I want to say like you probably treated the when you were doing the Marvel cards. Except you had
Mhm.
to do them in color, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I think about that. I think about all the things I had to accept as real to uh to dig into that task, and it was like I got nothing right. There was no
What?
money. There was
Oh,
no money in it. It was a lot of trouble. I was not good at it. It was just like, good God, y'all, what did I get into here?
yeah. And
Okay.
I see people that do those, and they'll do like
Uh-huh.
watercolors and
Oh
stuff, and
my God.
I'm thinking, what are you doing to yourself?
Yeah, it's like, but I think there's an angle on it that I just didn't get, that the aftermarket can be very lucrative on it
I think
if
that's
you hold tight to the idea that it has value, you can get something
well,
for it.
that's yeah. Well, so I know I'm gonna say this and make some enemies. I know a lot of artists that put on their websites, social media. Oh, I work for Marvel. Then when you get to dig into them, it's like,
Is
oh,
they did some
they
cards.
did some cards, yeah. And
Yeah,
it's like, did you really work for? I mean, I assume your check did not say Marvel Comics on it.
yeah, I've got a little hot spot on my comic book history where when I was in that studio with those Malibu guys, I was picking up this or that, them just like throwing bones,
Oh
saying,
yeah,
well, why don't you do this? Why don't you do
yeah, because
some quick rough pencils or something? And all of a sudden, I've got like these credits, and I'm saying, wait a second, I didn't do any of that. And it's like, yeah, you did. You just you just didn't notice that it went by so quick in terms of like
yeah.
doing it.
Well, I remember when you moved here, there was something. I don't know if you sent it around your like resume. It's like, oh, this guy's done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny to think about, all the worries about AI and all that. All that is doing is like keeping people from going through the one. It's a wonderful exploration in some ways to go to some hostile city that's going to take every bit of your money just to pay your rent and try to survive there. It's an adventure,
Yeah.
but it's one that people are not going to be going through because of AI, because anybody can work anywhere and send out a link and say, yeah, yeah, let's do this, and base it just based on enthusiasm for getting the project done. And somebody's going to turn it into their own render farm. They're going to make movies. They're going to do all sorts of things just because they've got all these tools now to reach across, and that's the way our media is shaping up, I think. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
They,
I
you know,
thought.
they always say that the same 2% would end up with all the money anyway. You could write them out on a rail and act, get all uppity about, oh, you've got more money than anybody'd ever need. And then after about 10 years, it'd be the exact same 2% people that had every bit of the money again. And the same people would be complaining about not having anything and
Yeah.
and wanting something. Yeah.
I think that's probably true. There's a Rush song. I forget which song it is, but there's a line that says something like "Hard work is the key to good fortune." It says winners always make that claim, losers never take the blame, or something like that.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
it's just this idea that like, well,
Yeah.
I heard a guy on the radio. Do you ever listen to Jesse Kelly?
Oh, I like, yeah, I look at him on X all the time. I don't ever actually listen to him. I've never gotten into him as what I guess is making his money for him is his podcasting.
Well,
But
no, he's on KTOK he comes on at 5 every
oh,
night. He's
okay,
like
so he's
five.
got an actual radio show. Okay.
Oh yeah, he's like 5 to 8 or 5 to 7, something like that. Anyway, he's on about the time that I'm driving home, and so I'll listen to him. And
Yeah, he's one of these no nonsense guys. Yeah.
yeah, former military guy, I think he's a Marine.
Hmm.
Anyway,
He's about 6'10" or something like that.
oh, is
Yeah.
he really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a picture of the dude.
Oh yeah, he's about 6'10". He's
Any,
big.
anyway, he was saying the other day that he has some good. He says he's gotten every job he's ever went for, and he said when he at one point I don't know if it was when he got in the military or what, but he applied for a job selling trailers like mobile homes,
Hmm.
and he was underqualified. He had no sales experience. He says, but I went in and there was about three other guys in there, and I was the only one wearing a suit. I had a suit, and I wore. He said, I've gotten every job I tried for, and I've always overdressed for it.
Hmm.
He said, nobody ever wore a suit on the job. He never wore a suit, but he went in. He was better dressed than the guy hiring him, and the guy just was a hire. But anyway, he also said the other day, he said that he worked in an office. Or he worked somewhere, and there was a guy, or maybe I don't know if it was him or a story you heard, but anyway, there was a guy that there was a promotion, and one guy that there was one guy that was trying for it. Two guys were trying for it, and one guy was just real personable, and everybody liked him. The other guy, he did the job better, but the other guy like said hi to everybody. He knew all the
Yeah.
secretaries, knew their names, knew their kids, knew
Hmm.
everything. And guess who got the promotion? It's the guy, the personable guy. And I think that
Absolutely.
kind of ties into what you're talking about. Some people just have a personality that people are gonna like them, and some
Well,
people are
yeah,
likable. Some people are naturally unlikable, man.
they are, and it comes through. It's like what's on your mind. If what's on your mind is like, get out of my face.
Yeah,
I've got a life to begin without you in it whatsoever.
yeah,
That's a guy that you figured out pretty quick. I got to get out of here and
yeah. He's not a guy that
leave him to whatever he's doing, and that's the story of my life. No, I'm just kidding.
Story of
That
your
is
life.
to an extent. I've got that personality to a large extent, and I'll realize it too afterwards. It's like somebody will come to the door that's selling something. Shoot, I almost slammed the door in people's faces, and
That's
that's not civility. Acting like you're dealing with a human being. You know, you're just saying, okay, this person irritates me even being here on my porch, and I want this door closed now, and I want to say thanks anyway, and that'll be all they need, and I'll close the door.
I had a roofing guy one time tell me, "Well, we can come back tomorrow while you're at work and get on your roof." And I said, "And look at your roof." And I said, "If you do, I'm gonna call the police."
Well, yeah, yeah, there are certain times when my personality is valuable. Yeah, yeah, it's like, hey, yeah, get off my roof. Don't even get close to my roof.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I don't want anybody on my roof that I
Uh,
haven't
Messing
vetted.
things up. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
yeah. First off, who's gonna get on there? Why? What? Do you have insurance? What if you fall off?
yeah, exactly.
You know. Yeah. No, no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Don't get on my roof.
Be up there tomorrow.
Oh, we'll come by
Won't that be a
tomorrow.
delight? Yeah.
There you go. First one done.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what Dan had in mind. I don't know if Dan is listening. Anyway,
Oh, I don't see anybody.
okay, I'm gonna do a couple of these, and we'll see. I figured I'd do it tonight. I'm in the middle of the page. I think it's the page I started last week.
You know, Doug, because of all his crowdfundings, he had to deliver on that sort of stuff. And, you know, he would later just show you the whole process of setting up like he was Henry Ford or something, where, you know, there wasn't a whole lot of original artwork being produced. He just had these quick templates that it reminded me of Picasso or something. You know, Picasso
Oh
did a lot
yeah,
of this same sort of thing. You know, he'd just have a production line laid out, and you know, just
Jeff
going that way.
Koons.
Like if you
Jeff
right now, if you
Koons.
yeah, exactly. If you duplicated that sketch exactly in terms of like the thinking,
Yeah,
it would be different. It would
yeah.
absolutely be different. But your brain power and your you know, notions about whether it was going to be a good drawing or not, you probably improve on each one, and
Probably.
it's like they'd still be getting original.
Oh yeah. I mean, I mean, hopefully. Yeah. I mean, my thought is always, do they care if it's uninked? Because it's not going to be inked.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't think. I mean, I wouldn't care. Would you care? I mean, I'd rather it
No,
be uninked.
no, no.
I forgot to draw his ears. Oh well. Would you care if it's off model?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I was gonna draw him fighting somebody. I thought, golly, cuts my production in
Yeah,
half.
oh yeah, exactly. I would think about that sort of overhead too on all those in-world things. You know, I'd have a wonderful, complicated, grand operatic idea, and I'd say, yeah, maybe not. You know,
Yeah.
just because it would double my amount of time and getting
So you
wasn't
were
making
ta-
a lot of money anyway.
you
Go
sent
ahead.
me an email about you. So you took a drawing of yours,
Oh,
ran it
yeah,
through Gemini, had it make a painting, and then you had it make a line drawing of the painting, which is good.
yeah,
Which, by the way, I use that feature at work all the time when we get like a low. And I think I told you this in the email, but I need to show you the sample to kind of get it.
yeah. I'd be interested in that. I'm interested in all that Gemini. I sure am glad you just casually mentioned the word Gemini one night, and I said, "Now what's that?" And it's
Yeah,
the
because it's a million times better than Grok or
and
whatever kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
crap.
oh yeah. Grok kind of is it's not there at least on the non-paying level anyway, which I'm not
But
paying.
by the way, I wouldn't use Gemini for anything with math. I asked it to help me with some math problems, and
Oh,
it was yeah. I use Chat GTP for math, which is it's simple math. I use it to figure out my hours at work. I'll
Uh-huh.
come in Monday and say I want to leave because I work a 40-hour week, but I work about 10 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say I want to take a 30-minute lunch every day or 40-minute or whatever it is, and
So,
I'll give it all the parameters, and I'll say, and I want to leave it Friday at a certain time. What do I need to do? Help me figure out a schedule, and it's
mm-hmm.
really good at doing that. I mean,
And
it's
then Chat GPT, you engage it with what? Just an app on your phone?
no, no, no. It's just like no, no, no. Well, you can have an app, but like I do it at work on my computer. It's just on my computer. I mean, it's on the internet, like Gemini.
Oh, and it's just you just type in a website for
Yeah,
Chat GPT.
just look up Chat GTP AI.
Okay. I'll
But it
start
doesn't.
using it a little bit.
I don't think it does good generative stuff.
Hmm. Well, and of course it makes sense that if something is actually doing what they call scraping, that something involved with Google would have the
Yeah,
have the maximum
Google's been
world bang.
scraping for years.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I mean, like I said, I use it at work a lot. I used it the other day. A customer sent in a logo, and they wanted a bronze lapel pin made out of it. I said,
Hmm.
"Hey, make this," and I there were some things that had to change. I said, "Change this, change this, change this, and make it look like it's made of bronze," and they did, and and it looked really good. And I said, "Okay, now give me a black and white drawing of this." And then it took its own bronze lapel pin looking thing and made a drawing out of it. And now it had to be, we needed it vectored, so it'll have to be redrawn by somebody.
Yeah, and you're really good with the vector.
Yes. And
Let me see if I can.
are you messing with it now?
I'm looking for that line drawing I did so I can share it. There it is. If I share this window properly, I will be able to show everybody what we're talking about.
No, yeah.
It's been giving me problems about saying you can't share. Let's see if I can share a screen image file. Oh, I was going to show you this. I think this is some sort of Frank Miller screen that he sent off to a French magazine called Pilot. Does that look like, and what I thought of immediately because it is so trying to be
Are you
so,
sure? Are you sure? Are you sure that's Frank Miller?
I am not sure. But
Hang on. It
let me
does look
share
like
the
there's
other
an.
page.
It does look like there's an FM at the bottom. That doesn't look like any of his current work, though.
No, no, this would have been long ago where
Oh,
maybe he
okay.
was even trying to get people to even notice him. And he submitted it to Pilot magazine, the French thing. And then the one that really strikes me is the second one. Let me share that. Uh,
That
remove
looks
that
like
one.
not. What's the guy that works with Brian Azzarello? Um, what is that guy's name? Who drew 100 bullets? That's what it looks like is his stuff.
Yes, something like that. Okay, here's another one. Now, right up there, that top left, that could be probably uh, an early Sin City notion about whatchamacallit, that guy with the band-aids.
Oh yeah,
He's just
Marv.
all yeah, Marv. He's just all silhouette inside of his baggy clothes. But I thought of this for like this sort of like shorthand kind of stuff for that thing you always said you wanted to do downtown. This sort of thing would
Oh
be
yeah.
perfect for that mural kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, I want that to be more like a Darwin Cook kind of thing. But yeah, actually, no, no, no. The look that I want is, and I don't have it up here. I know exactly what I want it to look like. Steranko's uh, splash page for Captain America 120 something, I think. He did a splash page that's like a million little squares, and I have a copy of it.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about, where the guy is the pick man is involved in some sort of like these guys got themselves involved in being sent back to an executioner or something like that.
I
Is
don't
that
know
it?
the story. I just know the
Okay.
splash page.
Okay.
But it's in Times Square, so it's all, and it's when Times Square is still pretty seedy, so it's all these vignettes of stuff. That's really what I want it to look like.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
I've almost resigned myself to the fact that will never happen. I will not live long enough to see that happen.
So
Uh,
this people may be interested in this capability here. This,
or they may burn you like a witch.
yeah, that's right. So this started as merging and messing with this little notion here. And then I said, well, make a clean line drawing of that. After it had done all that painting, I said, now do this to it so I can go back and do my own drawing. Because this is this is a guy that would be,
Is that not a drawing right there? Did you draw this
no,
to begin with?
no,
Oh,
I drew a very, yes, I did draw it, but you wouldn't recognize its origins in terms of the way I drew it. I've got the angle perfect. It's obvious. It's a hot rod. He even made it with six pipes, which I don't know. Somebody maybe say, what kind of engine is that? It's
it's
not
got six
it's not
pipe instead of eight.
instead of eight, but who cares? And and my weirdo is a little weirder.
Hot rod people will know.
Yeah, yeah. But every other thing, the pose is just right there. The angle is just right there, and the volume of the rod is there, and the simplification of the hot rod is there. And and then he really messed up my robot. He didn't get my robot, but he did some pretty cool things with my biker because he did get the bomber helmet, leather bomber
Yeah,
helmet, kind of cool. And I can work with that as I trace it back up and tracing up the hand lettering up here. I mean the non-hand lettering
right. You'll make
will
it hand
get a
lettered.
lot. Yeah, it'll get a lot more handmade looking.
Yes, you'll
So
definitely screw that up.
yeah, I'll manage to mess that up. So anyway, yeah, that is quite a tool to be able to take little notions and say, here, clean this up, turn this into. I'm trying to think of an artist that has a really clean, fastidious style like that.
Travis Charest.
I don't know him.
Oh, did wild really? That's surprising.
Oh, really?
He did
What has he
he did
done?
Wildcats back in the '90s.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
When Jim Lee, the second edition after Jim Lee did it. Okay, he hadn't done a lot of stuff.
well, that's it. He didn't do enough for me to.
Pay attention.
Yeah, exactly. No, at that
Well, I'm
point I
just
wouldn't.
surprised because it seems like it was done while you were out in California, which
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like
There's a lot
you
of
were
that
in
stuff that went
wild
under my
storm
radar.
central right there, man.
Yeah, I was. This notion. Oh, wait a second. Dan's going
Oh,
mad
Dan's
over
here.
here.
Dan's going crazy.
Are those the sketches? Let's see, 724. Nah, he hadn't been here but 3 minutes and me ignoring him.
Oh, hey, in three, yes, these are yes, Dan. I'm doing them, and they'll fit inside. I'm doing them a size that they'll fit inside a comic.
Travis is very slow, but really good. He's talking about,
Yes, but he has a very noodly style. He puts like it's it's almost like a Bernie Wrightson or something kind of style.
oh, okay. So he's trying to be, yeah, yeah, just a guy that he's not, he's being underpaid for the effort he's putting in. Yeah.
Oh, I think he doesn't do comics because he gets paid a lot to do commissions. That's
Oh, yeah.
I think that's why he's not a regular comic guy now.
Hmm.
He does stuff occasionally.
Well, see, Dan making a point saying you're going above and beyond what he had in mind. He wants you to
That's
really hit the gesture note of
That's not
just
what he's. That is not what Dan is saying. That's what Ellis is saying.
no, no, dude, you are going to spoil our fans. Our
He wanted
fans.
me.
I like the
He
sound of
wanted.
that.
He wanted me to do headshots.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm saying. And I said I don't want to do headshots. I mean, because he's kind of wearing a mask.
Yeah.
No, no, no,
It's
no.
about the figure.
Yeah, let me do it. Let me do it. This is good. I mean, I know what he's saying. I don't know how many he wants me to do. He's like, I want 300. I'm gonna go.
No,
Whoa, no,
no, no, no.
wait a minute. No, no, no.
You're gonna have
Yeah,
to set up like I talked about. Become
I'll be
Henry Ford of sketches.
I'll be like you trying to do those Marvel cards.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, what did I get it myself into?
Well,
I know.
I enjoyed part
Hey,
of the process.
hey,
Obviously,
I know a guy. I know a guy that did the Marvel cards, and he sent his off, and none of them. Oh, they all got rejected.
oh, you know what? I got about 3 or 4 rejected. I think at
Yeah, but
least.
he did. This guy. How many did you do? Did you do a couple hundred or 100 or?
No, no, I did probably 40 or something like that.
I
Something
think
like
this guy
not
did
that
like.
many.
I think this guy did like 100 of them, and they all got rejected.
I bet I only did about 30. These are only for Black Cricket fans. What about only Black Cricket fans?
Only
Oh,
something.
only Black Cricket fans. Okay, I get it. Only fans.
Yeah, the joke made more sense in his head.
Yeah, yeah.
Dan has never passed up a pun that he didn't like. I could tell. I can tell that he was
He
that.
was working on it.
Well, no,
He
no,
was
no.
setting it up.
I can tell that Dan was raised reading like Bronze Age DC comics because he just
Stan
kind of
Lee
has
making
that.
jokes.
Yeah, he just kind of has that sensibility.
Well, you know those old early Warren comic things with all the gags in them. Of course, all the gags that old Forey Ackerman used to make about
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
Always punning. It's like, wait a second, why is this horribly deformed person? Why do you think that is joke material? You know, it'd be a joke about the Hunchback of Notre Dame or something like that, and my young mind didn't get it. It's like, hey, that's a monster. Why are you making me laugh? Almost. If you
Oh,
can't be with the pun you love, love the pun you're with.
exactly. See, Exhibit A right there.
Uncle Forey raised me. Yeah, that's right. Uncle Forey was ready with the puns. He's saying, just squaring things away. I better not even tell that story again. Oh, I'm telling it. I can't even help myself. Sheldorf dragged me to. He told me I could go, and so we went. The moment he said we could go to we could go to Forey Ackerman's castle. I said, yeah, let's
The
go.
what was it? The Acker Mansion? Is that what they
Acker
called it?
Mansion, that's right. Yeah, the castle, the Acker Mansion. And I went there and I said, I love that scene in Time Travelers where you were on the assembly line and you were taking circles and turning them into squares. And by golly, he reached under the cabinet he was standing behind. He brought out that prop and he said, squaring things away. And he turned that circle into a square.
Right in front of you?
Yeah, yeah. It's like,
Did he give it to you then?
no, no, no. That was his little prop
Oh,
from the movie. It's a little magician's prop, you know, to
oh,
be.
I see. It wasn't. He didn't actually damage the prop.
Oh no, no. It's built to do that.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were going to say, and I still have that
No, and I
formerly
still have it. No, I don't have
formerly
anything.
circle now square.
I'd have it.
Oh yeah.
I'd have it stuffed into my boxing bag that just arrived today for $17. I said, I've got enough socks laying around. I'll get one of those fill it yourself bags. So I got that today on the porch, and it's like, hey, I was right.
Wait, what?
I had almost enough old socks to fill this punching bag up with.
Oh, okay. You said boxing bag. I couldn't figure out what you were
Yeah,
talking about.
well, nobody can.
Oh gosh, I made that mistake yesterday at work. I went into a guy's office and started asking about something because I thought there was a problem, and I thought it was a big deal for him. But he was like, "I don't even know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Hang on." And I was like, "Oh, it was like, oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just came in here like a bull in a china closet."
I tell you, communication is the hardest thing in the world anyway. And one of the things that makes it hard is people like me imagine other people are right with them. In terms of like as you're talking, that they're
Yeah,
hanging on what you're saying and getting it, and they aren't. They haven't even started to listen to you.
that guy was like, "What are you talking? Hang on, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?" And I go, "About the thing with the deal and the thing," and he's like,
yeah,
"That I don't even do those." I was like, "Oh, okay, never mind."
yeah, yeah. Uh, he's saying on a serious note, I was thinking maybe sending out 3 or 4
Oh,
sketches. That is,
I've
I'm not.
got,
I'm
I've got. This is the third one I'm working on. I mean, so I'll be done
maybe
with them
see and
tonight.
see talking about communication. Maybe he's talking about 3 or 4 per issue. I don't know.
Well, that's okay. If that's the case, that's okay. I mean, to me, this is like good practice. And like I said, I've been watching that Stato or whatever it is, and it kind of he had kind of a or she had a good uh, method for drawing the figure, kind of,
Hmm.
and so it kind of inspired me. So I filled it.
It is so sad that something like AI would discourage kids from learning everything they can about figure drawing and producing art themselves and inventing it because there's just so much good instruction out there
Oh
anymore.
my gosh,
And
yeah.
you can take it right off of YouTube and you can become any kind of artist you want to be because the instruction out there is pretty high quality.
It's funny you say that. I'm going to do a YouTube video about a book, and I was kind of thinking about what I wanted to say. And one thing I was going to say was when I was, growing up, there was no instruction material, or no. It's a 3D total book. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They do a lot of art type books, and a lot of it is like gaming art orientated and stuff.
Hmm.
And it's like, man, this stuff is all there's so much available now that there was that when I was a kid, it was like Bridgman and Dover.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah. That was your instruction. Hey, Dan wants to start a thread here.
oh no,
Dan, I did have one idea. What do you think of this? I think
no.
we can get Tomorrow Girl and Black Cricket story published, and we will get extra copies. What if we send some to Mike to send to Yeet subscribers?
Um, I would clear that with Ben. I don't think Ben would care, and I'd see what Mike thought about it. I mean, I think it's probably a good idea. I mean, I don't think either one of them would care, but I would, in the interest of not burning any bridges, I would, be like, hey, I mean, Mike may not want to send out a competitive comic book. He might. I don't know. He may not care. That's my only thought. Just err on the side of don't burn any bridges. I think they would too, but I would ask. I've been working
I
on my penmanship.
that's that think about that as far as the Asian culture, the big thumb leg up they get on just the idea of putting pen to paper and brush pen and expressive
Oh,
strokes and all that
it
just because of the way they draw. I mean the way
right,
they
right,
write. Yeah.
yeah. It's funny you say that. I got an ad today from, and I almost sent it to you. A company, an art supply company, and they're selling pencils that are made to teach to teach people to do Japanese writing.
Oh,
And
cool.
so they're supposed to be like soft but firm. They're kind of
Hmm.
made. I don't. I was gonna. They're like $8 for a set of five, which is not bad,
Oh, that's not
but
too
I don't know.
bad.
I don't know how much shipping is. I kind of mulled about that all day, and then I thought, golly, I got so many pencils. You know, it's like surely I have a pencil that would do that. You know, in my
Yeah, yeah.
multitude of
Your black wings will do that
well,
because
that yeah,
they're
that's
just about perfect. I think both would go for the idea, Dan says, but are you cool with it?
yeah, yeah. I'm cool. I mean,
Just
the
it's
only
just a force
thing,
multiplier on getting your stuff out there.
well, sure, and the only thing that Dan has ever said that I have been like, no, we're not doing that, was when I did my cover and he wanted to change my wording and throw some puns in there.
Oh, okay.
And I said, no, it's like, I wrap myself in
He
the,
wanted to be Forey Ackerman
yeah, well,
right then.
I wrap myself in the idea that it was my cover. I did the, I did the drawing, I did the inking, I did the lettering, and I wanted it to be as close to my vision as possible.
Hmm.
You know, sorry, Dan.
I've been listening to some Frazetta girls, and it's interesting. For of course, she doesn't, and she'll go ahead and have a disclaimer here and there.
Use a
Just
Blackwing now, Ellis.
what's that?
I'm using a Blackwing now.
Oh, there we go.
Let me
That's an
see.
awesome pencil.
I'm gonna
Or
use a scrap paper to get a feel for it. Ooh, it's
Mike
dark.
Jones does want to run the color cover for the next issue with black cricket on the cover for the letter page. Oh, that's good.
Hang, hang on. I
Oh,
thought the next issue. I
did you
thought
see
the.
my message from today?
Oh gosh, he sends me Facebook message. Is it the one that we're not going to be in the next issue because it's the humor issue?
I don't know. He will answer you shortly. Mike Jones does want to run. You also said no to the men of Black Cricket sexy calendar too.
You're gonna have to draw that one, dude. I'm not drawing no cricket wing.
Sexy Black Cricket. You can get Gemini to do that for you.
There's no sexy women in the comic. Oh, that's not true. There is actually Ms. Chemistry is kind of sexy.
Yeah.
Who's on the cover of the one I drew?
Yeah. The one I dabbled with so much with Gemini. That was fun.
Also, not going to use that.
I said, give me, let's see.
Well,
Oh, give me.
I don't want, I mean, I go through great lengths to make our comic by hand.
Hmm.
I think it's inked digitally, but all my work is by hand. And so I don't want somebody to take our cover and go, oh, I ran it through an AI and this came up as AI. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah,
mean,
well, yeah, and that would people would instantly figure that out too.
yeah, because then it'd be
If
like,
it's good enough for Batman, it's good enough for Black Cricket.
what's that goofy,
I,
stupid
yeah,
humor?
yeah, the goofy, sexy humor. You haven't met
Ba-
the Japanese love interest yet.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, here is the deal. He's starting a thread, so I'll feed it to
Okay.
you as it comes through.
Okay. Dan.
Okay, here's the deal.
We've missed Dan, haven't we?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we've missed Dan.
It's slowing down some of my drawing, but that's all right since
Yeah. Yeah.
slowing
Thanks,
down my
Dan.
drawing is better for me. So here's the deal. The next issue is the comedy issue. So Black Cricket will not be in that one.
Right. That
But
okay.
Mike does want to run our cover on the letter page.
Is that the cover that I drew?
I assume. Yeah.
Hmm. I don't know how I feel about that.
There you go. Something to chew on.
Well, I mean, if that's what he wants to do, that's fine. But I created it big to be a cover. Because on the letter page, is it going to be full size?
To promote the next issue with Black Cricket.
Okay. Well, if it's still going to be the cover, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's just a early tease of it.
The king is coming. That's all it is,
Yeah, that's right.
as they say.
That I'm trying to imagine ever dipping into the idea of a freelance shadow assignment where you didn't have him blazing away with both 45s. It just wouldn't occur to me to do it anyway, but that.
You know, when I did that pinup for that magazine, the guy said, don't do an image of him shooting 45s."
Just teasing he says, just teasing the people. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm okay with that. I mean, that'd
Giving
work.
them a sneak peek. Yeah. He told you not to do it with 45s. Well, he's somebody that would have been sensitized to the
Well,
idea that
because
that's all people do.
that's all people do. Well, you know the one I did. Do you know what I
Yeah, yeah.
did? It was
What?
it was him behind the bowling alley
Yes. Hmm.
in the with the he was walking across the plank over the pin setting machines in a bowling alley. You don't remember that?
Well, now I remember the main one in the subway. I'm trying to think of the pin setting one. I think I do remember that one too.
Yeah, let me see if I got it. I can't remember
Okay.
where that original art wandered off to. Hang on, I may have the magazine over here in my shadow box. Well, I did a YouTube video the other day about my shadow collection. I don't see that.
Much like the calendar would have, we're talking about sneak peeks, if you hadn't shot that idea down. So you didn't like a calendar idea. Yeah.
Oh God, he's back of the calendar.
I tell you what,
There we go.
these missed opportunities can gnaw at a person.
I think you found your accomplice on this. Dan Ellis is eager
Ready
to
to
do
do it.
this. He's ready to do it. Well, I can't find that. Anyway, I don't know where that original art went. God, I'd get buried in original art in this place. I've got boxes of black. Oh,
Okay, I'm going to take my long-winded thread and go home. But first,
no,
another
no, no,
serious
no! Don't go home.
But first, another serious question.
Yeah.
We're
Yes.
waiting.
We're waiting.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
This is an ad. We're going to do a fake ad for Heaven's Rejects, and it was going to be a refrigerator ad, and the idea was,
here we go.
It's perfect for hiding all your guns.
Is there a way we can take this content and clip it and show Scott doing sketches? I need to pay a little extra to personally be able to clip Scott doing it without a watermark, a big old what do you call that? A barcode looking thing on the content.
I'll do more sketches and record it. It'll be fun.
Okay.
And then I can put it on my YouTube channel.
There we go. That would make a great promo for Yeet. Yeah. If you sketching moments, yeah, you bet. People like that kind of touch.
Until they look and they go, "Oh my God, look at what he's doing! Oh jeez, I've canceled my subscription." Thank God the inker saves everything. Jeff is a genius.
That's what AI is for. Hey, can you make this look like vintage Jack Kirby?
Yes.
You know, and people will be handing off stick figures. I tell you what,
Oh gosh,
the guy that died too soon was Jim Shooter. There's nobody that would have liked to cut the artist out of the loop than Shooter. They were as the guy who had to deal with all those missed deadlines on art. He was the guy that was ready to give up artists the idea of them entirely.
Oh, I think he would have. Oh, I think, dude, read about Marvel and what happened when all the image artists left, and
Oh
tell
man.
me that Marvel would not
Oh, they'd cut
ditch.
your throat in a
They
minute.
they
Yeah.
wouldn't that Marvel would not ditch artists if they could.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They
Definitely.
they Marvel has
Well, they've
fastidiously avoided putting themselves in that position ever since then, where an
mm-hmm.
artist can affect the bottom line so severely. I mean, their stock dropped because they left.
Yeah. Who was I reading that about? The artists knew it was coming, but they would be given all this extra work, and they knew that they were doing was warehousing it
Yep.
because they were coming up on a hard time that they knew they were going to have to lay everybody off, and they just needed to live on all the, they were just going to go into the reprint business.
No, yeah. Well, that happened in the 50s. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. That happened in the 50s because Stan Lee
Maybe that's what I'm thinking
had
of.
he was given a bunch of artist assignments, and there wasn't really even books for some of the stuff people were drawing. I mean, it was that he was getting more, he was paying for more art than he needed them. One of the Goodmans found it, and they're like, "What is this?" And it was apparently several years worth of work, and they
He
just
said,
promptly fired all the artists.
so we're in the reprint business. Hey, Dan is telling us goodbye. I'm going to go ahead and bounce, though. I just wrapped up on an 11-hour day. Okay,
Oh
Dan,
yeah,
hey, glad to have you
yeah.
drop
Dan, thanks
by.
for coming by.
Yeah, it's always good to have Dan stirring it up.
Oh yeah, I like to razz Dan a little bit, but I enjoy, and I talk to Dan pretty frequently. Maybe not quite once a week, but every other week at least. He'll call me out of the blue, and he works at home, and he grades tests, if you can believe that, for like national testing of some sort. And
That sounds like a pretty good little gig to make some side money on. Yeah, of course, if you're
that's
making if
that's
that's all you do,
that's Dan's regular gig. So I don't know
yeah.
about, but you know,
It sounds like one of those gigs, though, that might be open for side money. I don't know.
that's
It's
Dan.
like,
Well, you're not looking to grade test, are you?
not really, but I am always looking for stuff that doesn't require
Makes
me to leave the house. I guess we're into overtime at work, and Papa wants black cricket T-shirts. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's been talking about making a T-shirt out of a black cricket T-shirt. I'm like, well, I don't know if you'll sell any. I don't know.
Dan, I mean, Dan is that 2% guy. He wants to hustle. He wants to get out there
Oh yeah,
and
I've enjoyed working with
sell.
Dan for that reason. He's, we when I started this, we had no idea where the book would end up, and we kind of talked, or where the story would end up. We kind of talked to some people, and nothing shook loose until this Yeet thing, and I think they love it.
Yeet is just a really cool concept of like
Yeah, it's kind of a neat way to do stuff, isn't it?
hmm
I don't know if I like the
I always liked
black wing
anthology
on this.
comic books. I mean, it's like you could say, oh, I didn't like, that 20% of the issue was taken up with something I didn't like, but boy, that 10%, I'd buy it all over again for that 10% I did like.
Well, at one point I was told, somebody at Marvel told me never do an anthology comic.
Hmm.
And this is while they were doing tons of anthologies.
Yeah, sure.
But his reasoning was, if you do an anthology comic, no one notices what you do. But he wasn't. Yeet's a little bit different because there's only a couple stories in it. It's more
hmm
like Oh, like some of the Strange Adventures or whatever, Marvel's whatever.
Hmm.
Some of those. I guess Marvel Tales. Is that the one I'm thinking of that had Iron Man in it or whatever? It's more like that. Yeah, I had trouble adapting to the Blackwing.
Yeah, it's kind of soft. Yeah. Oh, and they come in their own little whatever the generic one is. I really like it, but they've got a couple of them that are basically they tried to harden the lead where you aren't
I
complaining about them breaking off or whatever. Well, they don't break off that much.
No, I feel like that'll smudge more than the others. The ones I did with an HB,
Oh yeah, yeah, they'll smudge.
that's okay. This is all. What time is it? Oh,
It's time to quit.
is it? Let me go through
I
mine.
think
Let me. Let
we've
me.
been at it for 50 minutes anyway.
So this is the first one.
Kitty cat, you want my lap? Go ahead.
Second one. Third one.
Wow, you got to
Fourth
work
one.
tonight.
Yeah, I
If you want
did.
me
That's
to, I
about
can.
right. I did four of them in an
For an
hour.
hour. That's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
Or under an
Well,
hour. Yeah.
yeah, really under an hour. I'll have to work on it. I'll have to think about it. The problem is when I'm doing something like this, I get into a mode that's not that I don't feel like I get my best art done.
Well,
Like
not when you're talking to me. That's your brain doesn't work like that. Your brain doesn't work in talking mode while you're drawing.
yeah,
And
maybe so.
mhm. Well, we ready to bag it?
Yeah, let's bag it and I'll. Well, you know what? Hang on. Before we do,
Okay.
let me do this. Let me
All right.
go. I'm gonna. I've turned off YouTube on my TV,
Hmm.
and I want to find this guy's YouTube channel.
Okay. Are you
It's
going to try to
Stato.
share it?
No, I can't share it. It's
Okay.
Stato.
Stato.
Yes, I think
Stato.
that's it. It's a picture. I said it was a girl, and it's kind of a blue. Yeah, it's just at Stato, and
Cool.
you should watch his shorts, Ellis, where
Hmm.
he's doing the figure, and it's just amazing the work that he does, just how he does it. I don't know, he's really got an intuitive, and I find it inspiring to watch, and
Hmm.
inspiring and depressing.
Well, I'll see what I think about it because
Okay,
I'm very interested.
I
I'm
was
wondering.
thinking that you were
I'll
subscribed to
tell
it.
you. What's that?
I was thinking that I looked and you were subscribed to it. I thought I saw it as
I
you.
probably am. I
Yeah.
probably have. I mean, how could I not be presented to something that was being given, any sort
Right.
of attention by YouTube, and when all the
Yeah.
stuff. Okay, well, Scott, it was a good show. It was
Okay, man.
had a lot of easy to talk about. Oh, guess who subscribed to me on X? Came out of the blue, and it's like, why did he do that? I don't know what caught his attention about me. Ethan Van Sciver subscribed to me.
Oh, really? Weren't you on
Yeah,
his show one
yeah,
time or on his?
one once, but I was just I guess I drew the frog or something at one point, but it was a
Oh, yeah.
long time ago.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And who else? F. Paul Wilson subscribed to me.
Really?
You know who he is? He's a very successful
He
author.
wrote the Illuminati. No, what is it? What's the
He wrote
trilogy?
the Keep, and he writes Repairman Jack. And I'm not sure about
I thought he wrote the. There's a trilogy that he wrote. I thought. I could be wrong.
maybe. He's written a couple things that, the Keep obviously is the Michael Mann movie that
Oh yeah,
he
that's a
hates,
great.
I guess.
That's a. I
It's
don't
a
know about the
good
movie.
movie.
The
Yeah, it's a
book
good,
is great. I
yeah,
read the
yeah,
book when I was a kid. I loved it.
yeah, yeah. But for whatever reason, Paul Wilson is now following me on X. Okay,
Nice.
well, let's, I guess, quit. Let
Okay,
me
sounds good, dude.
get over here to the button. in stream.
Okay.